Good morning, Mrs. Hensley's friends. I got wonderful information on our fall brainstorming activity. I was so excited about the things that Mrs. Hensley's friends had come up with. So let's talk about that. Again, the month we're looking at fall, and fall is also known as autumn. We found that out on our calendar. Okay, so today is the first day of fall. September the 22nd, 2020 is the first day of fall. So summer is all gone. Bye-bye, summer. It is now fall. So we're going to look at our chart. We have fall, which is again also known as autumn. Okay, so the months of fall are September, October, and November. We talked about that yesterday, I believe. Okay, so let's look at the kind of clothes that we would wear let's look at the weather first, okay? Let's look at the weather and then we can talk about the clothes. We definitely have cooler weather in the fall, don't we? Cooler weather. The leaves are changing colors to brown, yellow, and red, and that is because of the cooler weather. And leaves are falling from the trees, and there are no leaves on trees towards the end of fall because they start falling off. And actually that could be just even in about the middle of fall. The leaves start falling off, and then there's no leaves on the trees. And then in the beginning, there's a few leaves still on the tree, and then they just keep falling off, and then it becomes to where there's no leaves on the tree. So let's look at clothes. Some of you were wearing a jacket. That's a great idea. Long sleeve shirt. And if we are wearing a short sleeve shirt, we definitely need a jacket because it is cooler outside, isn't it? So usually we wear a long sleeve shirt. Long pants. I saw some of you had jeans on. Some of you had just regular pants on. Some of you had leggings on. So those are all great. We're not wearing shorts, are we? We're wearing long pants. Socks and shoes. We definitely want to wear socks and shoes, and more like tennis shoes, or somebody said boots. You can wear boots, you can wear shoes, tennis shoes, but you definitely want to be wearing socks so our feet don't get cold. And no more sandals. Sometimes Mrs. Hensley is still wearing sandals right now, but it's just the first day of fall. But as it gets cooler and cooler, Mrs. Hensley will stop wearing sandals, okay? Vest. Some of you will wear a vest. Sweatpants. Those are good things to wear in the fall. Thanksgiving outfit. One of our friends had a Thanksgiving outfit on and a Halloween outfit. You're right, because Thanksgiving and Halloween are in the fall. Wonderful ideas, you guys. Activities that we do in the fall. Some of you mentioned football. You're right. Football begins in the fall. Trick or treating. We do that on October 31st, don't we? Sometimes you do it at different times around that time because there are different activities in Oklahoma City or surrounding areas that you can maybe trunk or treat, and hopefully that will still be going on this year with the pandemic and everything, but I hope we get to still trick or treat this year. Rake the leaves. Oh, you can rake up the leaves. Some of my friends were raking leaves yesterday to show me. That was awesome. Jump in the leaves. That's so much fun to jump in the leaves, isn't it? They're just so crispy and fresh, and it's just so nice because it's just fun to just jump in the leaves. Halloween is in the fall on October 31st. Make jack-o'-lanterns. We do make jack-o'-lanterns, and that's fun, isn't it? Carve a pumpkin so we can get pumpkins this time of the year, right? Oh, nobody mentioned a pumpkin patch. Those are fun. Mrs. Hensley likes to go to a pumpkin patch. Making s'mores. Somebody mentioned making s'mores. and having a Thanksgiving feast. We do that in November. Around Thanksgiving time, we eat a lot of food, don't we? Turkey and dressing, and potatoes, and rolls, and bread, and pumpkin pie. Some friends have apple pie, peas. Some people have green bean casserole, croissants, all kinds of good food for Thanksgiving, right? Oh, that sounds so yummy. Well, those are all the things that our friends came up with. So that was fun to watch, and I loved your videos. I loved the pictures that some of you drew. I loved the voice recording that some of you gave me. It was really fun to watch. And those of you that dressed up and showed me your outfits, I absolutely loved it, okay? Now, if you did not get to participate, you did not get this assignment done, then yours won't be up on the chart. I only had about 7 friends that did that yesterday. So thank you to those friends that participated, okay? Now we're going to read 2 fall books. And I have one short one that is just really short. It's just Hello Fall. Okay, and it's just really, really short. That's why I decided to do a nonfiction, which is true, and a fiction. Okay, I'm doing a fiction and a nonfiction book. This is Hello Fall, Discovering My World by Melvin and Gilda Berger. Okay, Hello Fall. Fall comes after summer. Days grow shorter. Kids play indoors. And it said, what is your favorite game? Think about what your favorite game is. Time to go back to school. Have you ever been on a school bus? Leaves blow. Hay dries. What color is the hay? Look at that. What color is the hay? Corn gets ripe. Birds fly south. Squirrels grow more fur. And it says, what do you think the squirrel is holding? What do you think he's holding? Looks like he might be holding an acorn. I don't know. It's hard to tell in the picture, even close up. It's harvest time. Does the pumpkin look heavy? Hooray for Halloween! Thanksgiving is here. What's cooking? That happens in November. And then after fall, winter is coming. Ooh, and then you have to wear your heavy coats, don't you? And your scarves and your gloves, mittens. And that is the end of fall. We've got friends that are, a friend that is playing in the leaves. Okay, that was our nonfiction book. Everything in that book is true. Now we're going to read a fiction book. And it is pretend. It is not real. It could be real, but it's not, because characters can't talk, and especially if it's an animal. Now, if it's an adult or a child, they can talk, okay? But this is about animals, okay? So we're going to read this. Leaf Trouble. Leaf Trouble by Jonathan Emmett, illustrated by Caroline Jane Church. A fresh breeze blew across the woodland, tickling the tall grass and trembling the trees. Summer had left and autumn had arrived. Pip Squirrel stuck his head out of the nest and sniffed the air. Something's changed, he decided, and he scampered off to find out what it was. Pip's nest was in an old tree. Pip loved the old tree, and he knew every bit of it, from twig to trunk. But something was happening to the tree. It was happening so slowly that Pip hadn't noticed it until now. He skittered to a stop and stared at the leaves behind him. He was so surprised that he let go of the trunk. "Wah!" squealed Pip as he tumbled down through the branches and landed oof on the woodland floor. Oof! Pip lay there for a moment staring up at the leaves. "They've changed colors," he gasped. And he was right. The last time Pip had looked closely at the leaves, they had all been green. But now there were lots of colors, yellow and orange and even red. As Pip watched, one of the leaves dropped off and drifted down toward the ground. He jumped up and ran after it and caught it in his paws. But even as he reached it, another leaf began to fall. Pip ran after the second leaf and just managed to catch it before it touched the woodland floor. "Not again!" gasped Pip as a third leaf began to fall. Pip was still racing around trying to catch the falling leaves when his sister Blossom scurried up. "Good," panted Pip. "You're just in time." "Just in time for what?" asked Blossom. "To help save the tree," puffed Pip. "It's falling to pieces." "But that's been happening for days," said Blossom, pointing to the leaf-covered ground. "Then we've got to stop it now," insisted Pip. Pip and Blossom collected all the fallen leaves into a big pile. "Now what?" asked Blossom. "We put them back," said Pip. So Blossom carried the leaves up into the tree where Pip tried to stick them back onto the branches. But it didn't work very well. Then, all of a sudden, there was a huge gust of wind and hundreds of leaves began to fall. Pip and Blossom were scrambling around frantically, trying to gather them when Mom Squirrel arrived. "What are you two up to?" she asked. When Mom found out what Pip and Blossom had been doing, she couldn't help smiling. "But Pip," she said, "the tree has to lose its leaves." As she explained that taking care of the leaves was hard work for the tree and that after keeping them all summer, it needed to rest for a while. "But I love this tree," said Pip sadly. "It's our home and I want it back the way it was." "It will be," said Mom. "When spring comes, the leaves will all come back again. They've only gone away for a while." "Like when the sun sets and then comes back again?" said Pip. "Like when the sun sets," agreed Mom, "except the leaves will take just a little longer to come back." Pip, Blossom, and Mom played beneath the old oak tree until sunset. Before they left, they collected some leaves to take back to their nest. "They're such beautiful colors," said Pip, smiling, "and now I understand why." He held up a pawful of leaves to show Blossom and Mom. "They're the colors of the sunset," said Pip. The end. That was cool, wasn't it? They are the colors of the sunset, aren't they? Well, friends, Mrs. Hensley is going to get off of here, but I hope you have enjoyed learning about fall. It was fun brainstorming. It was fun watching your videos and looking at your pictures and listening to your voice messages. Mrs. Hensley just loved that. That put a big smile on my face when you guys sent me a video. I hope you have a wonderful first day of fall, and Mrs. Hensley hopes you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.